other people who are not in education, just like an awareness of what teachers go through. You know, how much sacrifice they're putting in just so they can do their job. Good morning, everyone, or whatever time that you're watching this. My name is Chanel, and I like making productivity, some travel, some teaching, and just anything related to my lifestyle, so just lifestyle vlogs. So if you're interested in that type of content, please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. In today's video, I'm doing a realistic teaching series. This is actually my first vlog of this realistic teaching series, and with this realistic teaching series, I wanted to basically just give other people who are not in education just like an awareness of what teachers go through, the realistics of being a teacher. And I'm a PE teacher, so my experience is totally different compared to a classroom teacher's, and this is more towards like classroom teaching because I know how much like hard work they put in for their students. Generally, teachers are undervalued, underpaid, underappreciated, and I just want to be able to like show other people that this teaching career is definitely hard, and I just want people to realize that teachers put in so much work with little pay. And this topic in today's realistic teaching topic is that a lot of teachers they work overtime without the overtime pay, and that's why we say that teachers are underpaid, because a lot of teachers take work home. A lot of teachers still work outside their contract hours because they need to. Like if they don't, the lesson plans are not going to be there for the next day or the next few days. Each students have different needs, so the teacher has to plan like different ways how to engage all the students in her classroom, so, or his classroom, you know, or their classroom. It's hard work, and a lot of teachers take work home on the weekends and have to work those extra hours even though they don't want to. They have to in order to make sure that they are able to do their job in the classroom, which is why I advocate increased teacher wages. It's like, you know, they sacrifice their time so they can put in time for the lessons, the activities that they need to do in the classroom. It would be different if teachers get paid overtime, but they don't. I wish that in the future that teachers can get overtime. The thing is, it's the funding. Like I guess we don't have enough money. You know, it really depends on the district on how they handle the money and where they put the money. I honestly think that teachers deserve a higher wage, especially teachers who have 30 plus students in their class. That's a lot of students. Teachers are handling other people's children, and a lot of people, like some of my friends who are not teachers, they're like, oh my goodness, I give teacher props because I can never deal with other kids or other people's kids, because you know, the patience, you gotta have some patience. And although I don't really have that much patience, like I think it takes practice. It takes practice and lots of deep breaths for me, lots of deep breaths. Anyways, that's the long intro. I'm gonna continue this vlog just talking about more of like realistic teaching stuff and also some PE teaching stuff, because I'm a PE teacher and I'm gonna show you what activities I'm gonna be doing today. But anyways, I will talk to you guys in a little bit, and yeah. All right, I'm in the PE equipment room, but here's the outfit of the day. Wearing my green Adidas pants, New Balance shoes, my long sleeve black shirt, and then my Patagonia vest. And if you've been watching my PE teaching vlogs, I'm always wearing my vest or some Adidas pants because it has pockets. But anyways, here's a fit. Okay, if you're interested how I organize my lesson plans, so I'm grateful that we use Google Drive, that we can use Google Drive. So I have my PE lessons here. Click on that. I made folders, and of course this is the 2023-2024 school year. I organized it by K to 2 and then 3 to 5. So I don't even know what I'm doing today. And then I organize it by quarters. So like September, December, and then January, March, and then April to June, because we start in September and then we end in June. So go in here, then September month, and then I organize it by the dates. And yeah, that's how I organize my folders. Okay, for my older students, we're gonna warm up by doing 4-corner fitness. So I'm gonna have these poly spots in each corner. So when the music is on, I'm just gonna go around and do laps. When the music is off, they go to a corner with a partner, or I might have them either groups of 3 or groups of 4, I don't even know. Or they could just have a partner and then pick a corner. So they pick a partner and then they go to a corner and do some of these exercise. And then when the music is back on again, that's when they do their laps and then repeat. So music on means laps, music off, go to a corner and do the exercise until the music is back on again. So that's what we're gonna do for our warm up for my older students. So I'm thinking maybe 3rd grade to 5th grade. Okay, so I am organizing these targets. So yellow and green, because I'm gonna have 2 teams and we are practicing overhand throw. Basically, the goal of the game is to knock the other team's target. So, just organizing groups by color. Teachers deserve higher wages, and if you're in education or you know somebody who's an educator, they work extra hours, and they take their work home, they work during the weekends. You know how much sacrifice they're putting in just so they can do their job. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because I see my coworkers working extra hours. I see my best friend who's always working, and then my husband's a classroom teacher as well. He teaches math, and the time that he put in, he puts in so much hours, and he hates it, and I would hate it too. Like, if I would hate working on the weekends, I would hate working every night for 4 hours and having barely any sleep just so I can prep my activities, lessons for the next day. And people might often say, like, well, why don't they manage their time? Like, people don't understand. Like, they try. Like, a lot of teachers, if you know them, you know, like, they're non-stop, they're always on, they're great at doing so many things at once. Like, during their prep for lunch, teachers barely have any lunch because their time is to either get the activities ready for the kids come back from recess or lunch, they're prepping and printing out more stuff for their classroom. Prepping and lunch time might be the only time that parents can communicate with the teachers or have meetings with the teachers. So their time is so limited. It will be so different if teachers do get overtime pay. I hope in the future that they can fix that, because I worry about what's going to happen in public education. This realistic teaching series is not to scare anyone who dreams about being a teacher, who wants to be an educator. Because I think if you dream about it and you really want to be a teacher, you should go for it. Because in order to learn and see if it's for you, you need to experience it. Like, you need to go and try it. So you really need to go into teaching and see how it is in your eyes. Like, you can hear me talk about it, you can hear other people talk about it, but it's more important when you experience it and see if you like it or not. Like, everyone's experience will be different. So this is not to scare anyone. I just want to be able to show the realistic side of teaching, and that A lot of teachers, a lot of classroom teachers, they work so hard, and I feel for them. I'm always going to advocate for them because they put in so much time and they sacrifice their time. I want to know what your thoughts, like what are your thoughts about teachers and increasing their wages? One thing I hate about when people who are not an educator and they don't really understand it, I hate when they're like, but you guys have summer breaks. Like, yeah, we do have summer breaks, but we need those summer breaks. Like, we need those summer breaks. I'm only a PE teacher. Like, the only problem that I really have truly is just like specific students in my classroom. Like, sometimes I feel guilty because like my task compared to classroom teachers, it can't even compare. The task that teachers have compared to mine, like their to-do list is never ending, okay? And that's why I hope they can change this, because like I said earlier, I'm worried about what's gonna happen in the future, because if they keep piling to-do lists for these classroom teachers, a lot of them will be leaving because they're not getting the pay, you know? Like in any other job, if you give a specific person like extra task and keep adding more tasks on their to-do list, they're gonna be like, okay, well, you gotta pay me for this if I have to do all this stuff. And with teachers, they don't. They just, you pile up the things that they need to do, yet they don't get paid for it. They don't get the extra pay. So that's why I'm advocating for higher wages for teachers, because I see them, I see how hard they work. And I always say that because like literally I see how hard my husband works. Like my best friend who's also a teacher, like she works so hard and she cares so much for her students. We need to do better. Like, we need to do better. But yeah, I'm gonna continue this vlog with just PE teaching now. All right, I'm gonna show you a few things that are very necessary for me as a PE teacher. One of the things that's super important is this whistle, this electronic whistle. And if you watched my what's in my PE backpack, then you already know, like, I've been using this since I started teaching in person. And this is like electronic, so you just press the button and then it's like a whistle. Another thing that's super important for me and very necessary is this voice amplifier. And the gym obviously is pretty big. I mean, I have a small gym, but this is a lifesaver because in the gym, it's very like an open space, right? So it's hard for students to really hear you, but with this, they can hear me outside. If we're outside, they can hear me with this. So this voice amplifier helps so much, especially when I'm giving instruction. My clipboard, like, I need this clipboard. It has my pens and I can store more stuff inside. So those are my top 3 necessary things as a PE teacher. Oh, lastly, actually no, one of the most important one is my Apple Watch. I need to have my Apple Watch because part of my classroom management is with music. So when the music is on, they do their thing. When the music is off, they stop what they're doing and they freeze. So I need my Apple Watch to Bluetooth or connect it to the speaker, and then yeah. So the 4 things that I really need every day as a PE teacher. All right, it's the end of the day now. I'm looking oily and sweaty, but I had a really good day today. There was just like one specific student that just, it's a bummer because I have to write like a referral. But other than that, today was a pretty good day. I am sweaty though. Like, I'm wearing a vest and a long sleeve and it's like 77 degrees out. It's cooler in the gym. Like, it's definitely hotter in this office, but it's the end of the day now. It's 3:40 and I'm about to leave, but I'm gonna continue this at home because I just want to go home now and I just want to chill and relax and eat food. But overall, I had a really good day, and I'll talk more about PE teaching and what I like about it. If you're thinking about being a PE teacher, I'll let you know of certain things that you can. I am home, obviously, and my camera died. That's why it like left in the middle of me talking about something that I don't remember. I had a really good day today, besides that one specific thing that happened in the afternoon with a specific student. But other than that, it was fine. I want to talk to you about like the main reasons why I wanted to become a PE teacher. And I'm not sure if I mentioned this before in any of the vlogs or any of like the teaching tips, and this pretty much relates to the topic of the realistic teaching series of teachers are constantly working overtime without the overtime pay. There's so many reasons why I wanted to become a PE teacher, and one of the reasons was I knew that with PE teaching I don't have to put so much time after contract hours. Like when I'm done, I'm done. Like once the students leave the gym, I'm just done, you know? Like I don't have a lot of like meetings to go to, like IEP meetings. I don't really communicate with parents a lot. Like I don't have to do like the tasks that other classroom teachers that need to do. That's one of the main reasons why I didn't want to be in classroom teaching. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but my main degree is in classroom teaching. But if they cut PE and they asked me if I wanted to be in the classroom, I would not even do it, because I just know how much work you have to put in, and I don't want to do that. Don't get me wrong, there's like cons of like specific things that PE teachers do have to go through, but I feel like my problems are so small compared to classroom teaching. I love how flexible it is when it comes with PE lesson plans. You don't have to follow a specific curriculum. We don't even have a PE curriculum, so we basically get to teach what we want to teach and do whatever activities that we want with our kids, with our students. One of the reasons why I wanted to be a PE teacher, and one of the reasons why I got my PE endorsement, is because I'd rather be a PE teacher and not have a lot of things on my plate. I just knew when I'm done, I want to be done, you know, and not work outside my contract hours. And I know like a lot of teachers would love to do that too. Let me know in the comments if you're a teacher, what do you teach and how many years have you been teaching? If you are not a teacher and you're thinking about being a teacher, what is your dream teaching position? But yeah, I'm gonna end the vlog here. So thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and I will see you next time.